It is an honor and indeed a pleasure to be here at this significant event, which signals my government's commitment to enhancing the use of information and communication technologies, which is a critical part of our mission to build a 21st century government focused on effectively serving the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and indeed the people all around the world. In the context of our commemorative anniversary theme of opening doors, there is no better way to open the doors to opportunities, to service and empowerment than through digital literacy and the pervasive application of ICTs. Today's events then are more than symbolism of the changing times. They are the substance of our progressive agenda to improve the quality of life for all the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We are a modern government with a progressive agenda that put the people of St. Kitts and Nevis first. The Caribbean Telecommunications Union states that a 21st century government, and this is what they were attempting to encourage all governments in the Caribbean to become. It said such a government is characterized by citizen-centric, seamless, open, interactive, and efficient processes, and makes effective use of information and communication technologies to deliver services to its citizens, internal and external clients. During the 3 years since we've been in office, the Team Unity government's steadfast approach to maximizing the use of ICTs has yielded steady gains and strong performance, resulting in other countries in the region looking to the progress here as the model which they must emulate. The Attorney General before me made reference to the fact that we moved 20 spots according to the International Telecommunications Unit ICT Development Index for the year 2016, and we were dubbed the most improved country in the world of 176 countries evaluated in ICT development. Give our country, our people, our ICT department a round of applause. The most recent ICT Development Index ranks us number 37 out of 176 countries listed. I heard the Attorney General said that in 2015 we were 54. So we continue then to move forward in a very creditable way. It means that the international community is seeing and evidencing strong and steady improvement in our ICT portfolio here in St. Kitts and Nevis. By way of comparative data, I am advised that the only country in the Caribbean that ranks higher than St. Kitts and Nevis is Barbados, which stands at number 34 in the world. So Barbados, number 34 in the Caribbean, St. Kitts second at number 37, and the AG promises for all the investment and the hype we are having today, next year we should be at number 15. I want to give him a round of applause in anticipation of the fulfillment of that promise. But while we are at 37, Trinidad and Tobago is at 68, Grenada at 73, Antigua at 76, Dominica at 77, St. Vincent at 82, Jamaica way down at 98, St. Lucia at 104, Guyana at 124, and Haiti 168. Where we lead, others will follow. A further indicator of the great strides which my administration has made in modernizing the government of St. Kitts and Nevis technology infrastructure is our successful rollout of a number of applications, including one for the public access to news and information from the Government Information Service. The Ministry of National Security, which is represented here by the Permanent Secretary and the Commissioner of Police, among others from our security force. This ministry has rolled out a multi-million-dollar Motorola radio project featuring GPS tracking capabilities, and I'm advised that drones are now part of the overall crime reduction strategy for St. Kitts and Nevis. So when you see the drone in the air, you do not know what Commissioner Quealy is seeing from there. The Team Unity's administration approach to crime fighting in this respect has received high praise from the regional security system, which is also increasingly focused on building capacity in technology. And I gather at least one of our citizens has had to visit the RSS headquarters to introduce them to the drone technology which is now being applied here. Our hospital-based electronic information system will be fully implemented this year. Furthermore, all 17 health centers will be computerized within the next year through funding from the Chronic Kidney Disease Project, which is supported also by the Republic of China. In a week then, in which we are commemorating the people's victory and their strong preference for team unity, we have emphasized technology. And it is not technology as an end in itself. It is technology as a means towards the end, as a means to greater efficiency, effectiveness, better service, and empowerment. This is what has enamored the young and the old to this Team Unity government. And in this regard, I want to share an email I received this morning, thanks to technology, from one of our ambassadors in Washington, D.C., Dr. Everson Hall. I'll just read the first paragraph, since the rest of it is intended for me and the AG in subsequent paragraphs. But I'll share the first. He says, Honorable Prime Minister, yesterday's announcement of the establishment of an ICT center is like music to my ears. It offers the best opportunity for breaking out of the tourism bucket where we have excelled and putting further distance in leading our regional peers as we seek to expand our production possibilities frontier. And so here it is that a man seasoned in the sophistication of North America, a man whose ears and mind and heart is attuned to developments in St. Kitts and Nevis, is praising the Team Unity government for this particular development. And being an economist, he is situating this development in the context of our need to develop our country, to bring more growth, to bring more jobs, to bring more revenues, to reduce our importation bill. And he is positioning this development in the context of broadening the production possibilities frontier. He's therefore seeing this as a new growth pole for St. Kitts and Nevis. If we were to do this right, if we were to continue to excel in ICT, the world becomes the limit for St. Kitts and Nevis. ICT then is one of the most powerful determinants of how we will move forward with our production possibilities frontier. And so I want to thank the ambassador for this note of commendation and encouragement coming from afar in Washington, D.C. If this is music to the ears of a man all the way in Washington, D.C., I want it to be sweet music in the ears of every boy and girl, in every community, in every alleyway of St. Kitts and Nevis. Because this is how we begin the onward march forward into modernity, into leadership in the world, where we are otherwise constrained by the smallness of our size and our constrained natural production frontier to which the learned ambassador made reference. We have been doing a very good job, and I want to commend the minister who has been leading this initiative, the Honorable Vincent Byron, and I ask that we give him a round of applause. He is special in many ways, and I think in some respect he likes ICT more than he likes the law, but I could be wrong. Because he spent an inordinate amount of his time on this particular platform and this particular area of his portfolio. But we are seeing results. And I can recall going to Parliament and seeing a number of plaques on the table where he would sit. And when I asked, well, what is happening here? This is not prize giving. It wasn't sports day anywhere. Who were bringing those things? I was advised it was the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Technology who had come to Parliament, having gone to the fatherland in Africa and received these two awards, to bring them to showcase to all and sundry that he had accepted these awards reflecting our leadership globally in ICT. He had brought them to display them to all the people who were viewing the National Assembly, because it was in their behalf and on their behalf that he had accepted them in Africa. So I want to thank him very much for doing that and for that leadership. Recognized not just at home, as the acting director, Ms. Blanchard, pointed out his leadership, as Pierre Liebert, our advisor, pointed out in terms of his steadfast commitment, strong leadership with respect to this particular portfolio. But to have the imprimatur, to have the approval, the signature of the international body dealing with ICT, recognize the leadership in this particular area is an outstanding accolade, not only for him, but for the government of Team Unity. In this particular forward march, he has been helped a lot by a young entrepreneur who I'm delighted to refer to as a friend, a man who I admire very much. He is our local entrepreneur in Stachio Williams of Open Interactive Limited. Where is he? I want us to give him a round of applause, because Stachio has been leading and assisting the government in several ideas, in the building out of applications, and in providing a more effective government website. He has done very important work for us at the Citizenship by Investment Unit, and I'm now advised that our website, developed by local talent in Open Interactive, is one of the most searched, one of the most visited Citizenship by Investment websites. Let's congratulate local talent, and let's congratulate Open Interactive. With all the opportunities which are now available, it is important that we educate and train and prepare more people, and in particular our young people, with the requisite skills to maximize the use of ICTs and maintain the safety of our nation. That's because just about every ICT and so-called Internet of Things, including traffic light systems, are vulnerable to cyber attacks. And we have been taking steps in the government to harden our defense against cyber attacks. In that regard, I want to commend Pierre Borin, who has become the instructor of the Civil Servant Cyber Safe program. And last year, I am advised that he prepared more than 100 employees of the government to deal with the threat of hacking during a week-long cybersecurity workshop. That workshop was facilitated from October 19 to the 26th. Let's give this quiet giant, a specialist, expert in this particular area, Mr. Borin, a round of applause and commendation. I had the pleasure last October while abroad in Canada to meet with one of the leaders of the Amazon Web Services company, in Jeffrey Kratz, who is the director, worldwide public sector for Latin America, Canada, and the Caribbean. We discussed the role of ICT in education and healthcare delivery, as well as cybersecurity in the public sector and innovation in disaster preparedness, among a host of other issues that are foundational to St. Kitts and Nevis's development. We therefore look forward to working with Amazon Web Services, which is described as a clear leader in the cloud computing market. And I am indeed very happy to be advised that Luis Ayala of Amazon Web is here to be part of the symposium today. Is Luis, the representative of Amazon, here? Could you stand? Yes, could we give him a special hand of welcome? Thank you. In every area of the government where there are critical data, we are committed to safeguard that information by utilizing top-of-the-line equipment and software, as well as a team of well-trained employees. We are heavily investing in cyber resilience. So today's Cyber Resilience Symposium and technical workshop must be seen as a natural progression of our mission to invest in ICT development and security. We are committed to invest in our future, to invest in our security, and to invest in our national reputation. Defending against cyber attacks is a priority area from not just a national perspective, but also a regional and international one. In this regard, we will continue to do good work in this area. And we shall aim to employ smart city technologies in St. Kitts and Nevis. Imagine for a moment us having the capacity to adjust street lights in inclement weather to improve visibility and reduce accident. Imagine that just one capability out of many with smart city technologies. Imagine two having cameras that can not only observe the traffic, but can also notify a first responder in the event of an emergency, be it a crime committed, an accident, or a medical incident. Imagine using smart city technologies as crime reduction tools to foster a safer environment for all citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis. Imagine making St. Kitts and Nevis the smartest small island state in the world, with smart city, Internet of Things solutions, helping us to make life much better, much simpler, and much safer for all the people who live here and all the people who come here to work, to invest, to relax and play. This is what we are thinking of today. The possibilities are endless. My government, on this, the occasion of the 3rd anniversary, rekindle its commitment its inspiration even to make St. Kitts and Nevis the best small island state in which to live, in which to work, in which to do business, in which to vacation. May God continue to bless the good people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and let us all continue to excel. To God be the glory. I thank you.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.